Health and safety is here to help. Just look for the black and white vest.
After you.
Thank you.
This train serves the northeast work sectors.
This is a message from the collective. Are you overly tired or experiencing increased sensitivity? Maybe you have difficulty concentrating. You may have SOS, switched on syndrome.
It is from a further 43 degrees along this orbit that the host probe will begin its 110-minute descent through TK-14's atmosphere.
Bombs dropped for the span of 28 days and obliterated 99.6% of usable arid land on the Earth's surface. An event that changed the course of humankind forever, and now known as the Great War. Of the 2 tracts of land that survived the Great War, the peninsula still stands 44 degrees west of the collective, and is a wild, primitive area containing empty, dilapidated buildings, and little is known about the primitive nature of the peninsula's inhabitants. The defects living there are ruled by emotion and base desires, an ancient vestige of our past.
This image shows Equus 12 leaving Earth's orbit on last week's interstellar mission. Who wrote the text for this feature?
Me. I did.
Does this look accurate, Nia?
Yes. Except the rocket's fission thrusters are cylindrical. These appear triangular.
Thank you. I'll change that.
Iris is back from conception duty.
She got back yesterday. She had a defect.
How do you know?
She told me.
Did she have the bug?
No. She says she's clean.
Where is everyone watching the landing tomorrow night?
I'm watching it in Bishop Park. I'm gonna leave work early to get a good seat. If I arrive early enough, I can get a seat close to the screen.
We're in safe hands now, folks. Please continue on your way.
They're being taken to death.
Total number of puzzles solved, 2,224.
following is an update on last night's disturbance in Living Block 5J. Health and safety officials subdued 2 individuals engaged in coupling activities, and both have been transported to the Defective Emotional Neuropathy Facility, the DEN, for containment and emotional suppression treatment. The incident is an outbreak of defective behavior. Remember, couplers are a danger to themselves and to all of us. Physical contact, touching, or displays of emotion are signs of an individual infected with SOS. If you see the signs, report the couplers to health and safety immediately. Let's do our part to help contain this dangerous epidemic.
Although the Peninsula borders the Collective, it has no sophisticated or technologically advanced materials. With no infrastructure, the Collective erected a patrolled border to contain any resurgence of chaos from the conditions within. Little of nature's
Did anybody see that?
See what?
He's already dead.
Anyone recognize it?
Not sure. Don't think so.
That's her first jumper in a while.
His head was no match for that concrete.
I just remembered there was a suicide in my building last night. A woman slit her throat.
I hope they'll find someone to cover his work.
Even before the demise, humankind knew the importance of space exploration. As the Collective, we prioritize it and perfect it. Now, 798 million miles away, as we grace the surface of TK-14, we move one step further in our understanding of ultimate reality.
Okay, everybody. This is it.
3, 2, 1, mark. Spacecraft reporting that heat shield around the beach on mark separation. At this point in time, we should be on the ground.
Last but not least, speculative nonfiction. The title is Inside the Peninsula. Silas, would you talk us through the lead illustration? Silas.
Sorry, Leonard. I went with the scene on the peninsula where the defects huddle together for warmth. In my research, I found that they form social bonds with each other to help alleviate something called anxiety.
Very good.
Thank you.
experience complete emotional disability in as little as 4 to 6 months. Prior to eventual containment at the den, kappa-Rho inhibitors offer a reliable means of dampening symptoms and slowing the stages of the disease, thus allowing sufferers to maintain
What
for a
stage?
time productive lives as members of the collective.
What stage are
At
you?
its current rate of infection, SOS
Oh, I'm just here for a checkup, strictly precautionary.
health and safety crisis, striking people of all ages,
I'm Jonas.
leading to complete emotional disability
Silas.
in as little as 4 months. Although no cure has yet been found,
What stage are you?
kappa-Rho inhibitors provide
2.
a reliable means of dampening behavioral symptoms
You look healthy.
and slowing the stages of this debilitating condition,
Well, I have my good days and my bad days.
allowing victims to maintain productive lives before eventual containment at the den.
Good luck.
Remember, a cure is right around the corner. While scientists
The crown was rushing towards me. I couldn't breathe. I felt like my stomach was... It's in my mouth. It was extremely unpleasant.
You had a nightmare, Silas.
I never want to experience anything like it again.
How long have you had these symptoms?
Maybe 3 days. No longer than that.
I'm gonna take some blood now. Can you give me your hand, please, Silas? Your test is positive, Silas. You're only stage 1.
A woman in my office recently gave birth to a defect. I couldn't have caught it from her, not if she's clean, right?
Even if this woman did have SOS, it isn't contagious. I'd like to start you on a full course of inhibitors immediately. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to live a normal life. At least for a while.
And the den.
You mustn't think about that for now. The den is a long way off for you. The cure is right around the corner.
Where were you, Silas?
Went to the cafeteria to drink some tea.
Is that where you got the bruise?
No. Last night in Tai Chi class, the man next to me accidentally struck me.
Silas, you weren't in Tai Chi class last night.
Yes, he was. I saw him.
What's that?
It's a bumblebee.
Careful. Don't they sting?
According to the laws of aerodynamics, they shouldn't fly. But they don't know it, so they fly anyway.
Be part of the solution by taking inhibitors. Your health is the collective.
Picking up?
If you're watching this film, your doctor has diagnosed you with SOS, switched-on syndrome. As members of the collective, we hear a lot about switched-on syndrome. Here is important information about how this debilitating disease will affect you, and how you can manage it responsibly before eventual containment at the Defective Emotional Neuropathy Facility, the DEN. Switched-on syndrome is a malfunction of the gene silencing that controls human emotions and eliminates human flaws. But in switched-on syndrome, problem genes lose their silencing and reawaken, leading to unpredictable sensory experiences and behavioral defects. Until a cure is available, inhibitors are the only effective means of slowing the disease's staging while dampening the onset of emotion. And while the causes are unknown, we do understand the disease's progression. During stage 1, intermittent feeling, you will experience difficulty concentrating, depression, pain, overwhelmed feelings, impulsivity, and sensitivity to light. As the disease progresses into further stages, consistent low-level emotion and emotional volatility, these symptoms will worsen. In stage 4, acute behavioral chaos, you will no longer function as a productive member of the collective, and your doctor will prescribe containment at the DEN, where you will be provided with electro-restraint, emotional suppression, and a pain-free death scenario. If you have questions about your condition, notify your doctor or health and safety official for immediate attention. And remember, a cure is right around the corner.
Hello, Silas.
Oh, man.
Values can be reduced to natural phenomena as described by the sort of physical sciences. Individuals no longer...
I read your article on the Hᴏʟʟyᴡᴏᴏ probe. I was wondering if you could look over my impressions.
But you're speculative nonfiction.
I switched with Leonard.
Why?
I felt like a change.
There's a staff meeting tomorrow afternoon. Why don't I review your work then?
I'd really appreciate your input at this early stage if it's not too much trouble.
This isn't what I described.
Isn't it?
I was a lander probe, not an orbiter. And where's its robotic arm?
Are those for a feature?
Yes.
I
thought you were speculative nonfiction.
I switched with Leonard.
One more thing. The Ilios landing was made on a flat surface. The way you've drawn it, it looks almost mountainous. Is there anything else I can help you with, Silas?
Thank you for your feedback.
You're welcome. It's this vastness, inaccessibility, symmetry, and permanence of the night sky that made it a natural topic for philosophers pursuing an understanding of ultimate reality. It's this vastness, inaccessibility, symmetry, and permanence of the night sky that made it a natural topic for philosophers pursuing an understanding of ultimate reality.
At Atmos, our past is not a relic we should leave behind, but a living creation, something to be handled. The work we do at Atmos is that which links our present to our future.
So sorry.
You dropped these.
Thank you. It's about time you all knew. Last week I tested positive for SOS. I'm stage 1. I'm taking inhibitors. There's no evidence that the bug is contagious. However, if it makes you feel more comfortable, I'll wear a face mask from now on.
Silas, I'm very sorry.
How long do you have?
It's difficult to say.
Is this why you stopped doing speculative nonfiction?
I don't know, Rachel. Possibly.
I think a face mask is a little extreme. Although I don't think he should sit with us anymore.
And you should have your own mug.
Do you all agree?
We cure cancer, we cured the common cold, we can cure SOS. You're going to live, pal.
Of course.
Thank you all.
This has to stop. If it continues, I'll be forced to report you. You understand?
You have the bug, don't you?
I'm clean.
The day that man jumped off the building, you saw his body out the window. You looked affected. There have been other times, too. I've been watching you, the way you look at the world, the way you experience things.
I'm clean.
It's different.
you're going through must be very difficult.
If you were clean, this conversation wouldn't even be taking place. You'd have reported me already. Am I right?
Good night, Silas. Good morning, Silas.
Morning, Mia. And finally, the Harlow landing. Nia, do you have any more notes for me?
No, your changes work well. Thank you.
On to the next article, then. So?
These are my impressions of the hot flow anomaly on the planet Beelzebub, with visible bioshock. Good night, Nia.
Night, Rachel. Your bruise went away.
Yeah, notice that.
I've had the bug a year and 3 months. I didn't want to go to the doctor. I just sort of knew, there was really nothing anyone could do to help. I was scared of the meds, and then it doesn't seem fair at first, right? I could live with it, but every day was different, and that was the hardest part. Every single time I thought I knew something or learned anything, I didn't. And I felt this guilt every time I wanted to go back to normal, like I shouldn't want that. Every day, I'm practicing unbearable discipline and self-control. And you realize what would happen if anyone saw us in here right now. We go straight to the den and sits our sentence. One of my neighbors missed 2 doctor's appointments. I haven't seen him in 6 weeks. We can't do this again. It can't happen. You know that. We just have to hold out for the cure.
Will you stay in here with me a little longer?
Nia, are you staying late again tonight?
I'm not sure. I wish I had your kind of work ethic. I received a message from Zoe. On her way to work this morning, she received a conception duty summons. Could one of the illustrators present for her in the staff meeting?
I'll do it. I'd be glad to.
Philosophical discussions primarily address 2 distinct concepts about human beings.
Good night, Nia.
Good night, Kate. They may simply be labeled as dualist. 2 subject concepts and materialist 1 subject concepts. The way you've been looking at me. I can feel it.
What does it feel like?
Feels wrong.
No. It's not wrong. This is completely right. This feels. Hello, Leonard.
Silas. I didn't expect to see you here this late. Have you thought about killing yourself?
No, that's not until stage 3.
Why is Nia's interface on? Have you been snooping again, Silas?
Excuse me?
A month ago, Health and Safety saw you on Nia's interface after hours. I was told to keep an eye on you. Is there something you want to tell me? As the manager here at Atmos, one of my duties is to maintain the safety and welfare of the team. Therefore, if I believe that someone on the team is in danger or involved in an activity that is unsafe, I'd report him or her to Health and Safety. Unless, of course, the activity were to stop. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Good. Shall we get out of here, Silas?
He knows.
What are we gonna do? We have to stay away from each other.
I can't stay away from you. I can't not be around you. Not in that office, not when I see you every day. It's impossible. Thought about it, the best thing is for me to leave Atmos, get a job somewhere else. It's like you said, we have to hold on for the cure. That's all we should be thinking about. Yeah.
Have you received a conception duty
Are you sure this is what you want?
I'm sure.
Positions at Atmos are highly coveted. Once we place you at a different job.
Because of my diagnosis, I think a work environment where I interact less with others would be better. For everyone's benefit.
That's a very responsible attitude.
Before each rotation. Oh, Nia. Meet Dominic, our new illustrator. Dominic, this is Nia. She works in text. You'll be interpreting her words.
It's very nice to meet you, Nia.
Welcome to Atmos.
Follow me.
I also design rockets. I could have been an engineer, but I lacked patience. I think working at Atmos is a vitally important job. Science is a process and often leads to dead ends. But here, we're delivering the answers. We're educating people. Knowledge is sacred, and Atmos is the new scripture. If you think about it, we're kind of like preachers.
Where did you study?
I'm self-taught. I've always drawn pictures ever since I was a child. One of my guardians, Barnabas, nicknamed me Little Da Vinci.
Did you hear? Zoe was inseminated.
It means she's clean. She didn't catch the bug from Silas. That means we're probably clean too.
I'm definitely clean. I donated blood last week.
Silas. Jonas.
You okay?
Okay.
Do you want to take a walk?
I miss her. I don't know, it felt so good to be around her that we were nearly tripping up and I couldn't see anything bad happen to her.
You two are in love with each other. That's very clear. You're right to end it, though. I think dealing with this disease on your own is hard enough. Coupling would just make it unbearable. You know, about a year ago, I also made a connection with a woman. Though, it didn't end well.
I'm so sorry.
Your friend, what stage is she?
She's self-diagnosed. She's fighting the bug without drugs.
She's a hider? many people can do that successfully? I think hiders are... I think they're wired differently. You know, we have one in our group, Bess. She's a doctor at the Den of all places. Listen, I'm part of a group, a support group, with Bess and others from my work, to talk openly about how we feel. If you're interested, I'd vouch for you. It might help.
I'd be willing to try.
Great.
Mia, it's me again. Until you give me some text to work with, I'm idle, and that doesn't seem like a very good use of my time.
I'm almost finished, Dominic.
All the other illustrators received their pieces hours ago.
I'm almost finished, Dominic. But I appreciate your patience.
Of course.
It's okay.
Silas, you made it. Oh, this is great. I'm glad you're here. Everybody, this is Silas, who I was telling you about. Silas, this is Bess, and Peter, and Thomas, Gil, Max, and Alice. Come take a seat.
And then after lunch, he just kept staring at me like he could tell that I wasn't taking my meds. And I wanted to say something to him. But then I thought, well, what if I'm just imagining it? So I turned and walked away. But all I can think is that he knows he's gonna report me, I'm gonna get caught. And I can't stop thinking that all the time.
It's natural. It's happened to every one of us.
Yes, but all I can think is that I am going to the den. I'm going to the den. It's over. And there...
What happens in the den?
Half the people who are brought in commit suicide. The staff encourages it and stand by while it happens.
And that's the preferable option anyway, compared to electrorestraints and all the other methods of treatment.
But there is value in living. Being a hider reminds you of that.
I still don't know how you do it. Working for health and safety is hard enough.
Yes, it's difficult to see things and not be moved. But that's what being a hider is all about. So you do small things to help. Just looking someone in the eyes can make them feel they're not alone. Give them hope. But under no circumstances do you interfere. You have to tell yourself, do not risk your job, do not risk your life.
I mean, why stay in a position where you feel so much risk? You could ask to be reassigned.
I'd rather be with people who feel intensely. It reminds me of who I am and why I choose to keep on living. Everybody says it's not contagious. After all these years, as awful as it is, every day I feel a stronger affinity with other people.
See, I don't believe all the research. Feelings engender feelings. SOS isn't even a disease, that's what they say. But switched off is something they do to us between conception and birth. SOS is who we really are, and the inhibitors are just another attempt to squash that.
I don't know. It is so hard. It's lonely. At least with the inhibitors, I could get by, but now I would rather feel nothing. Nothing is better than this.
I could never imagine what love felt like. It's strange. Like a little tornado going around.
That's why I was so scared of it at first. It's about giving. Like, I want you to take everything. I don't even know what it is. I just want you to take it from me.
I want to run. I want to run like both of us just as fast as we can outside and just take off. It's so weird. I keep on thinking about it. Ever since we're kids, it's drilled into us that our purpose is to explore the universe, you know. Outer space is where we'll find the answers to why we're here and where we come from. It's like everyone's searching for these answers 800 million miles away. And the truth is, the answers are right in front of us. I know why I'm here.
Me too. What are we gonna do now?
We just spend as much time here together as we can. Go to work, act normal. But then
you look like when you were little? Have you always had these freckles?
I don't know. I think so. Did you grow early?
Did I grow early? Yeah, I was tall until I wasn't.
I was a little round. Kid.
What was your favorite subject?
I liked history. How about you?
I always really loved to write.
What did you write when you were a kid?
I always really liked to write poetry.
Fun. I like those school trips as well. We got to go to the Great War Museum to see how the bombs dropped and wiped out all those cities and stuff. I see a future outside of this room. Some place out there, the vastness of everything we know. And all those millions of miles.
Dominic, FYI. The article's finished.
You gave it to me already. I'm working on it right now.
No, the one after this. On the extraction of superfluids from neutron stars. No pressure.
I wish I could explain this to everyone else. I'm sick of being scared of getting caught. I want people to know and not think we're sick.
Have conducted years of trials on defective individuals, the significant breakthrough came with the isolation of the bulbar emitter cell line, allowing an effective genetic resilencing without triggering the systematic organ malfunction that had marked earlier attempts. To be clear, this is not another kappa-rho inhibitor. It's a cure that restores the health and systematic order to the individual. With the Ashby ENI cure, it's only a matter of time before all current SOS cases are treated, and future cases prevented. The ENI cure is injected directly into the neck, leaving a small coin-like scar. A quick and simple procedure. Once administered, the drug requires a 6-hour absorption period before the disease is completely neutralized. After which point, regardless of stage, the patient is restored to normal health. Mass production of the drug is already underway, and shipments are being made available to public clinics immediately. Individuals diagnosed with SOS need not suffer another day. Contact your doctor immediately to receive the Ashby ENI cure and rejoin the ranks of equals. While scientific...
Remember this feeling. We're gonna live every day remembering, and we're not gonna feel it. We're not even gonna exist anymore.
No, it's not over. We're not doing that.
So you don't want the cure?
No. Do you?
No.
Will it ever get to a point where they say, take this drug?
This is Nia.
want to go to the peninsula.
At my old post, I took part in an air patrol. We wouldn't fly directly over the peninsula, but I could see it from a distance. It's totally overgrown. If anyone actually lives there, it's in a completely primitive state.
Well, how do we get there?
You're seriously considering this?
I've already decided.
You know you'd be on your own out there. There'd be no one to look after you.
Whatever we go through, it'll be together.
I know how you're feeling, but you're not thinking of all the risks.
If we stay here, we'll be found out. We'll get the cure.
You know, it's many years ago. I was not much older than you are now when I got the bug. No one even knew what SOS was back then. People were getting it, and most of them would commit suicide. There was a young man in my living block. I could tell he was a hider, just like me. But no one dared mention it back then. One night, he knocked on my door and told me that he and 2 others were going to the peninsula, and he wanted me to go with him. Of course, there was no way I was going. I knew they were headed for their deaths.
Bess.
The few months after he left were the loneliest I've ever felt. We'd only spoken that one time. More than all the suicides I've seen, it was his death that was the most unnecessarily wasteful. Such a waste. That was a new feeling for me.
But you don't know that he died. What if he didn't?
I can talk to my old colleague. He was the pilot who took us on the air patrol.
If they get caught, the whole plan could be traced back to you or to the group. You said interfering was too risky.
If you make this decision, you know, there's no turning back. If you do manage to get out, you could never return.
Of course.
When you get to the border, ask for Oliver. He'll fly you.
What if he gets caught?
He won't. Good luck.
Thank you. Welling's the closest station to the border. The trains don't go there till the weekend. To check the schedule. We can leave on Saturday.
3 days.
You're shaking.
So are you.
Are you sure?
Yes. Are you?
The administration of the newly perfected Hᴏʟʟᴡᴏᴏᴅ is proceeding successfully, rapidly making SOS and its attendant.
I got a conception summons.
We're leaving in 2 days. By the time they come looking for you, we'll be gone. Ignore it.
My tag's blocked. I'm not gonna be able to get on the train. I won't make it through any of the checkpoints.
Look, it's just a summons, right? It's not like they're gonna inseminate you.
If they'll check my blood, they'll see I have the disease instantly.
Yeah, but force you to get the cure. I've been diagnosed. No one's forcing me to get it, are they? Besides, the clinics are overwhelmed right now. Oh, what's gonna happen is they'll tell you you've tested positive for SOS and that you should see your doctor immediately. That's it. Then get out of there. Nothing's changed. We're leaving Saturday, 10 o'clock train. You've already missed a whole morning of work. You should get over there right away. I'll come after my shift. Meet me behind the clinic.
Okay. Hello, doctor.
Lie back, please.
I'm gonna take a sample of your blood, okay?
I have the bug, don't I?
Yeah, you're pregnant.
Medical and scientific communities are increasing mass distribution of the newly reflected ash. Rapidly making SOS and its attendant dependent behavior a thing of the past. The perfection of the cures.
Judy.
And then they found out and they've taken her to the den. They've taken her to the den.
You need to calm down.
I'm calm, it's fine. What are we?
When did they take her?
I don't know, about an hour ago or something.
All right, well, listen, I will contact Bess.
No, not Bess. She won't help us. Ask someone else.
There is no one else. Bess is our only hope. Listen, you can't be seen around here like this. You need to go home.
I'm fine. Let me come with you.
Let
me help her. Let me help her. I can talk to them. I can do something. I can help. Just let me come with you. Let me do something, please.
See Mia. Silas, go home. Trust me.
What are they gonna do to her?
Just calm down. You need to stay calm, or they'll give you the cure. Give me a couple of hours. Go home and wait there.
Jonas. Get dressed as fast as you can. And listen to me carefully. Last week, a woman was brought in called Ava. She was stage 3. Last night, she knotted a garbage bag over her head, suffocated. She's dead. Now you are gonna switch places with her. Ava didn't kill herself last night. You did. You are Ava. She was you. You're gonna walk out of here. Just hold out your arm. Your left arm, please. Okay. All right. Shh, 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 shh. You are Ava. Got it?
Ready? I told Silas to wait at his apartment. You'll find him there.
The following message is an update on the security breach at the den. The collective wishes to congratulate Health and Safety Official ID 22564943, who alerted authorities to 3 individuals operating against protocol at the den. 2 of the 3 were health and safety officials, and the 3rd was a physician at the den. All are currently safe and receiving the Ashby E&I cure so that they may return to work as productive equals in the collective. The E&I cure will now be required for all those diagnosed with or suffering from SOS, and mandatory SOS testing will begin immediately for all health and safety officials as well as medical professionals. Welcome.
Her name is Nia. Her ID tag is 347-29647. She writes text for Atmos.
You said her name was Nia?
Yes.
Was she brought here yesterday evening? Lives at 6L415?
That's right.
She died last night. According to the doctor's notes, the cause of death was asphyxiation.
Did you check that again?
Yes, that's her. Sir? Are you okay? She needs help.
How long do you have?
Maybe 5 hours.
Silence. Hey. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Fight it. Okay. I'm still pregnant. We're gonna get on the train tomorrow. Okay? I love you. 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 You have to fight it. Just fight it, okay?
I can already tell it's in me.
Just remember. Okay. Remember this feeling. Just remember what this feels like.
Hey, promise me. No matter what happens, you keep loving me. No matter what I say, that I feel or don't feel. I'm still in here trying, okay? I'm still in here. Just don't give up on me. Please don't give up on me.
I promise. I promise. Silence.
Good morning.
You still love me?
I remember I loved you. But I don't feel it anymore.
I still want to go.
We made a plan.
This is a non-mode transport.